Okay, we are back, and we are on our way to go take on the third dungeon, assuming we don't kill ourselves on cacti. There are now all sorts of things that we can do now. We can actually pick up rocks. into the Zora domain. So one thing I'm not sure that they ever actually explained is how the Zoras became evil. Because in the game that is chronologically just before this one is Ocarina of Time, and they're perfectly friendly there, or, you know, mostly friendly there. For whatever reason, in this particular timeline, which includes this game and the Zoras are just these guys who kind of pop out of the water and spit fireballs at you for no good reason. Alright, so we've got a little bit of an equipment upgrade. So this little money sink is money. But if you do this enough, actually end up throwing in 100 rupees, you get to increase your either bomb or arrow capacity. And thankfully after the first time it does that, it lets you throw rupees in 50 at a time. At least a little bit more expedient. Also, apparently Link keeps all of his money in 5 rupee denominations. Alright, that's probably enough for now. Admittedly, I mostly do that just so that I don't end up in the dungeon, collect like 300 rupees or something, and not be able to store it. Anything else we need to do? Oh, right. Speaking of large denominations of rupees that we can't store. Let's go raid the graveyard a bit. Alright, let's take on that last dungeon. Today I will learn to be better at sword fighting. That's not where I need to go. I feel like that interaction would have been a bit more rewarding if I had actually had a choice in the matter. It's kind of like, oh hey, there's this old man, and he's talking to me, and now he's following me. And it is basically impossible to not trigger that second portion. I mean, I know that that is a fairly important item, and they probably didn't want the player to miss it. But at the same time, conversation feels, you know, a little bit tacked on. And apparently I'm perfectly fine with pretty much all the other conversations. We still have all the fairies? We still have all the fairies. I forgot to get the third jar. I'll just have to remember to get it later. Poof. Rabbit. So something that I just realized recently that I thought was kind of interesting is that in the recent game A Link Between Worlds, Link's alter ego kind of character, Ravio, is dressed like a bunny person, and I hadn't previously made the connection between that and the fact that Link turns into a rabbit when he's in the Dark World, but it's kind of an interesting little detail that they tossed in there. Alright, so, at the gates of the third dungeon, that took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I think we will put a pause on there, and we will tackle the third dungeon when we get back. See you then.